सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा. A warm and pleasant morning to one and all gathered over here. This is Amrita from class 10 and today I'll be speaking a few words on India's independence. Independence Day is not just a date on the calendar. It is the reminder of the journey we have traveled, the sacrifices that paved the way and the dreams that are yet to be fulfilled. 79 years ago, on the midnight of 14th August 1947, a new chapter was written in the India's history. As Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru said, at the stroke of midnight when the whole world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. But this awakening came after centuries of struggle. It was earned by men and women who refused to accept slavery as their fate. And our flag doesn't fly high because the wind moves it. It flies with the last breath of every soldier who died protecting it. And today we remember many such heroes. We remember a great hero, Bhagat Singh, who faced gallows with a smile, saying, "They may kill me, but they will never be able to kill my ideas. They may crush my body, but they will never be able to crush my spirit." On this day, we remember Subhash Chandra Bose, who gave the fairy call, "Give me blood and I shall give you freedom." We remember Rani Lakshmi Bai, who said, "मैं अपनी झांसी नहीं दूंगी." We remember Bal Gangadhar Tilak, the wise of Swaraj, who said, "Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it." We remember Chandrasekhar Azad, who said, "If yet your blood doesn't raise, then it is water that flows in your veins." And countless others from Mangal Pandey to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, from Sarojini Naidu to Chandrasekhar Azad, whose courage and sacrifice has given us this day. And on the night of 14th August 1947, British India was split into two independent nations, India and Pakistan, ending almost 200 years of British colonization. And exactly on this day at 11 p.m., members and leaders of the Constituent Assembly gathered at New Delhi. There was immense happiness all around the surrounding, but with immense joy came deep sorrow, because with independence came partition violence, riots, massacres, and the largest mass migration ever seen in human history took place. Over millions crossed borders on this exact day. And our independence wasn't given to us on a silver platter. It was instead taken by blood, sweat, and unshakable determination. Families lost their loved ones. Young men and women gave up their dreams. It was the silent prayers of the mothers who sent their children to fight. It was the hardship endured by millions just so we could have this day. Just so we could stand up for ourselves. Just so we could speak what's on our minds, and just so we could dream the dreams that we are dreaming today. And after 79 years later, our goal is not to bring independence to our country. It is to protect, preserve, and make this independence meaningful to every Indian possible. Because India is not just a nation, it is a living poem written in thousands of languages. It is the snow of the Himalayas, the sands of Rajasthan, the tea gardens of Assam, and the coast of Kanyakumari. It is the Ganga's devotion, the Yamuna's grace, and the Brahmaputra's strength, all blended in the music of unity. From the Himalayas to the oceans, every inch of this land has a story of courage to say. As Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said, and I quote, "We are all Indians, firstly and lastly." I unquote. Freedom in mind, faith in words, pride in our hearts, and memories in souls. May the Indian tricolor flag always fly high. And before I end my speech, I would like to leave you all with these words from the poem Matrabhumi by Bhagavati Charan Verma. मातृभू शत शत भार प्रणाम, अमरों की जननी तुमको शत शत भार प्रणाम. मातृभू शत शत भार प्रणाम, तेरे उर में शायद गांधी बुद्ध और राम. मातृभू शत शत भार प्रणाम, मातृभू शत शत भार प्रणाम. जय हिंद, जय भारत माता. थैंक यू.